all they said about Magic Johnson, they're like, hey man, he's super cool and he got booty. And then apparently that's what
super cool and got booty.
And apparently that's what they were like.
Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. If you want some, come get some.
Welcome to 4th and 10 right here on Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Amazon Podcast, all the places, every single place ever. If we're not on there, you obviously don't know because you're listening to us on one of them where we are on there. So, you know, why should I list ones that we're not on? 3 comedians, 10 topics, 1 podcast, the unofficial podcast of Bear Share.
What?
Your parents catch you with
What?
LimeWire. You guys never use Bear Share?
That
Nah.
sounds like a gay website.
Like, I haven't been to it in a while. You know what? It really does.
That sounds like not a place I want to go.
Sounds like somebody need to buy that name though. That sounds like a good name. Get a lot of
My
traffic.
my parents read some probably Focus on the Family article on LimeWire, and then so we had to find a less conspicuous way to download illegal music. And Bear Share, that was our thing. So
Bear Share.
Wow.
my name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter, I'm_Owens, Instagram, I'm NathanOwensComedy.com. Dave Pretty's with me.
What's up, everybody? Man, happy to be back. See y'all faces and let's do this thing. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. That's at DUEORDIE or DavidPurdueComedy.com.
And of course, Damon Sumner.
This man drinking on my intro.
Yeah,
What's going on,
man,
good people?
you a
What's good?
spotty intro,
What's
bro.
good?
Sorry.
Untimely
Man
intro.
tried to squeak in an
He did.
RC solo.
Okay, wait a minute. Water dribbling from his mouth.
Oh goodness, wet lips on my name.
Man.
What's going on, good people? Get at me on TikTok and Instagram. We in the future. DAMONJR 2.
And Dan Duncan's back with us.
What's up, everybody? I'm doing my homework at the last minute. Welcome to today.
All right.
That's what we're talking about. We appreciate everybody rocking with us who are live here on StreamYard. Shout out to the patrons. And if you're listening to this, you're like, yo, how do I get on the live show? You got to check us out, man, on patreon.com. You got to get with us over here. Patreon, exclusive content. We're doing the live show over here on StreamYard. We want you in the room with us. Plus, every single week, we giving out a whole nother episode, basically, with the pre-show, which is, you know, just as fun, even more loose, because we be in these streets before we hit play for everybody else. So check us out over on Patreon. Let's go to work.
Y'all aren't ready for this playlist.
I'm so excited.
I just did this in like
Quite hype.
5
I'm
minutes,
quite hype.
but it's
The people been waiting for this, man. The streets been wanting this.
Streets have been waiting.
This is it. Yeah, this is we got upcoming. It's gonna be a great show. We got our March Madness bracket in late April. So,
Yeah.
but we're not concerned because it's still gonna be the best bracket that goes out. Are we doing reviews, David, or when's the next date?
Nah, man, we doing no reviews.
Why would you bring it up? Did you see my transition? Just
Yeah, he
yeah,
did.
just
Look,
roll with it.
I want to give
gave
people
you
a
the-
date.
He put it in the pocket
Yeah.
boom,
right here.
just a boom.
Super right.
Hit the pump fake, look deep. Ah.
Yeah, man.
Look, sometimes you need to drill it back out. Look at the shot clock.
No, we don't. We had a fast break. And you
Sometimes
want
you need to see the blocks and hit the hole.
hit the hole, man.
Hit the hole. You
This
see
man
the
think he
block.
Barry Sanders back in here, boy. Troy Hambrick. This man, get out of here, bro.
All right.
You hit, the butt's turned out. You
Yeah.
gotta cut right behind the butt.
Come on, man. Talk about
and
it.
Hit the
Follow
hole.
the buds, baby. Follow the buds.
All right. Let's jump into it. First topic, biggest story in the sports world is the NBA playoffs. They're here. The playing. Wait.
Wow. Missed
Hold
the
on.
hole.
I'm
Right,
off.
You hit the butt. You
Tackle
hit
for
the
loss.
butt. the butt
All right,
fumble.
Mark Sanchez. What is happening right now, fam?
What is happening? I'm going by the list.
You go a real butt gate right now, bro.
Bro, somebody inform this man. Somebody inform this man.
Did I get set up?
No, you didn't get set up. You listened but didn't listen.
God, dog. Come on, man.
I'm so confused right now.
That's the problem.
I can't imagine why.
I'm over
This
here
man the
trying
host.
to,
This man the host.
The
I'm
whole
trying
host.
to live produce. I'm making banners while you
You
guys
are. You're doing a
bantering.
lot.
And
But
I
what
was
is
like,
the
first,
great John Wooden said, don't mistake activity for productivity.
Mm.
You real active right now.
all right, what did I miss? What did I
Bro,
miss?
we said we was starting with the songs.
We're starting
We
with our
said that.
bracket.
We
We
Okay.
said it
we're
out
starting
loud
with
into
the
the
song.
microphone.
Through the mics. It's in the
I
private chat, all
It's in the
caps. I got it in the
private chat.
private chat.
I thought we were getting
We've had a
like,
few weeks off. We've had a few weeks off,
We
guys.
rusty.
We're a
We
little
rusty.
rusty.
You're right. Leave all this in too. Don't edit none of this out.
God, dog.
Don't edit none of this out.
You are a name brand human or the
Yes.
off brand.
Get off brand. Yeah, you've been real off brand right now. You're real
all
off
right,
brand.
there we go. All
50%
right.
discounted.
And first topic, the biggest story in the
As
sports
it-
world.
As is at the bottom.
It's our March Madness bracket. We're
There
doing
we
that in April. April is the new March. We have done in the past. We've done greatest white people of all time. We've done Disney songs, TV theme songs, superhero cage match, and this year we are doing the greatest hype song of all time. So this is a bracket that I think Damon suggested. So Damon, if you could give just a quick description of what a hype song is to you.
To me, great question. To me, a hype song takes me from one level and significantly raises my level. That's a very short. I try to put it real concise. That's to me one level. That song takes me to a whole nother level.
Okay. Well, there we go. Well, let's jump into it. If you've heard us do these before, we each have brought our top 8. We're gonna draft, create a bracket, and then you pick the winners
You pick
on
the winners.
Instagram.
I have so much more than 8. I'm
Me too.
Well, that's okay. That's good because if somebody drafts yours,
Nobody is drafted. I promise you, none of us are like,
So
You got mine.
before we dive in, David, you had a good little caveat to when you talk about the word hype and song.
yeah. So I'm as I'm looking at my list, and just based on how you describe your list, you're like something that elevates you, right? That like gets you hype. For me, and I think maybe for like the three of us, maybe they're like pre-show songs that we listen to get us get us hype, but like get us motivated. And I'm pretty sure I know, Dan, you got a playlist of stuff that like is either for working out or for like I'm about to go close this. Like there's different ones that mean different, right? And so I think it's gonna be interesting to figure out like which one of these songs we're gonna name that's like what scenario works best that best for. So some of mine might be, oh, maybe I'm working out, and some of mine might be like, oh, I'm about to do this show. You know what I mean? There's different.
We got different songs for that.
Yeah. So I think hype is a bigger word.
Sure. It's also important. No, not to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say also important to know, because we're excited about this and bringing this to the people, is that we really these lists that you're going to get to make this fun bracket. We weren't trying to go for what do we think literally, especially based off what David said, are universally, nationally the best quote unquote hype songs in general. These are like to us. So you're going to get very niche, very specific list. And so that's going to make the bracket, I think, real dope and real fun. So yeah, let's dive into this thing.
I agree. All right. Who wants to pick first? And then we'll go counterclockwise.
You go ahead.
Or go, you want me to go first?
Off, Nathan Owens.
All right. My number one pick, I think is the greatest hype song of all time. Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Boy, you about to lose.
That's your number one. That's your one seed.
That is my number one.
I'm gonna draft mine trying to get specific ones. I think that there's overlaps. I'm gonna save my super white hype songs for later. So I would not like them to be ranked in this order. I'm drafting strategically.
That's another thing. These will be ranked in different orders, correct? Based on
they're gonna go into a random generator.
Yeah.
They get randomized. Lose Yourself. I think I listened to it 15 times in a row before I recorded my special.
Nice.
And yet it still came out good. That's crazy.
So
that is crazy.
All right, we'll move in the order that I see. So Damon,
Nate, you need this list more than anyone else, apparently.
Right.
Oh, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we're doing. Bet. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
My number one at the top. My number one song is right above it. Lil Wayne Drake. Do it for me, big dog.
Theme song to Ballers.
Ballers. Yeah.
Sports Entourage. All right, Dan, what do you got for your first pick?
I'm going Nipsey Hussle. Hustle and Motivate.
Okay.
Bruh.
Okay.
Oh.
We're cooking out here.
Did David take a hit in the first round?
Bruh.
So confident.
Juicy.
No, I didn't. I didn't expect you to get Nipsey though. I had a Nipsey song, but not that one.
Okay, what you got?
All right, my number one. I got to. So I had people in my life rank these, and I don't like their ranking as I look at it.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm gonna go. My first one is get some crunk in your system, Lil Jon.
Get some crunk in your sister, Lil Jon.
Yeah,
Lil Jon.
Scrappy Autumn. Yeah.
Okay. Bet.
Okay.
Nate.
My next pick is "We Ready."
Mm.
It's been a staple since high school for me.
Sure.
And it works every time, every sport, every situation. Phenomenal.
Respectable pick. Who's it, me or Dan? I forgot the one already.
You.
Number two hype song for Damon Sumner. High School, Just a Friend, 2002, Mario.
What?
Let's go. Yeah.
I know it. So hold on.
Listen here.
This is where I'm like, I know what this is hype for.
Listen,
I
baby.
can
We out here. Had the braids, had the baggy Jinko jeans, Lincoln Hug boots, every time.
Okay.
Dan, next pick.
All right, I'm gonna go win J-Rock.
Dang. All right, I knew Dan was gonna mess me up, dog. I knew it. I knew Dan. All right, now I got it. Now I can't play around no more. I can't play around no more.
David's war room is moving around.
David had to call somebody. All right, listen up. Bring the board back.
David's GM just slammed a phone.
Yo, we are upset. We did not see this coming. I still know based on the last pick what you was up with the campaign was, Dan. My goodness. He got me.
All right, David, what's your next pick?
I don't know anymore. No. It's DJ Yola Ain't Gonna Let Up.
Ain't gonna let up. Oh, I ain't heard that in a minute too.
No.
If y'all listening to the podcast, man, y'all make sure y'all got pen, pencil, or your phone out, man. We're trying to level up your playlist.
Yeah. I think for my third pick, not a surprise to anybody. Vindicated, Dashboard Confessional.
What type of hype are you looking for?
I have never not sang it at the top of my lungs in the car. It just it gets the heart racing, and it gets you ready for whatever. Save the world, save the girl, whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do.
Respect it. Number 3 on my list. Usher, Jeezy, Love in the Club. We out here. We hype, man.
Very different things.
You Love in the Club, fam.
Wow.
Every time.
Wow.
To make a porno. Like what?
This is the greatest bracket we've ever done.
No, this is before a show. Fam, listen to Love in the Club before.
This goes up.
Yeah. You're also doing other things apparently before.
Bro, I got 2 playlists. I told you I got 2 playlists.
My goodness.
I mean, look, Damon romances the lady comedy every night.
That's
Is
it.
that what it is?
Wow.
Good gracious.
Dan, what's your next pick?
Icon, Jaden.
Okay,
Icon, Jaden.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, David.
All right.
David?
Now I'm tempted to because I feel like Dan gave me a window opportunity to get some off
Better get
that
in
I
there,
thought I
man.
could save.
You better get in.
Don't save. No, nobody is safe now. That's what Dan has taught you.
All right. Well, this is definitely a pre-show. This is a behind the scene, but it is the Big Sean's Control, specifically Kendrick Lamar's verse.
Specifically.
With the whole thing, but
I'm just gonna let you know it's not gonna go up as a specific.
I don't care if these people like this. I'm talking about what gives me hype. I don't need
all you have to say is control verse.
Control verse.
Everyone's
know
gonna know
what
that
is.
All right, we're in 4. Number 4s.
All right, number 4. Without Me, Eminem.
This man about to have a whole list of Eminem songs, boy. If you don't,
We said
Without Me. I don't know how that
we
goes.
said
That's not a hype song.
without me,
It's not a
better.
hype song.
There's
This
better
looks
songs.
like
There's
good
better
job.
This
Eminem
looks
songs.
like a job for me.
Oh, okay.
it's because he wore the fake Batman thing. He was robbing. Is that what it was? You know, you
No.
get pulled in real easy.
All right, Nick,
got
Damon, go.
Yeah. Let me mix this up here. Let me do this. I'm gonna change this right here. David, you inspire me because I think I've shared that my favorite rapper of all time is Ludacris. So anytime my man jump on a remix, it's a rap.
No, you didn't.
What?
No, you're not about to.
Well, you know Ludacris on everything.
That's
but
true.
so my number 4, I'm gonna go. I'm So Hood remix. I'm So Hood remix is my number 4. I've probably played that hundreds of times before a show. Yeah.
David, you look like you have thoughts.
Nah, man. Listen, man. It's
Uh-oh.
tough out here.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, I'm gonna go Astronaut in the Ocean remix, Mass Wolf, DDG, G-Eazy.
Ooh, got in the trenches. I ain't never heard of that song. Okay.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
Dope.
Okay.
All right, David, number 4.
Dang. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say my truly ones. All right. I'm gonna go with this one. Shout out to Adon, friend of the show, Adon. Found out this is both of our pre-show, one of our pre-show songs. We found out we were doing a show in Athens and we were sharing a hotel room, and I was blasting it, right? And then I come out and he is also rapping the song, and it's Power Circle by what is that? Maybe it's a Maybach music joint. Rick Ross, other people. Power Circle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybach music.
All right. My 5th pick is Defying Gravity from Wicked.
What's happening?
Wicked. The musical?
The musical. Look, I don't know what happens when the song comes on. Every time.
Let it go, Nate. Let it go.
Look, it's incredible. We said make these personal.
But this is a fact.
That's me sharing a little bit.
That's a fact.
Pre-show, I'm hitting Defying Gravity before I walk into the club.
Got it.
All right.
Next up, coming in hot, Minio, Cray. Give me hype. Turn it up.
Okay.
All right. I'm going Corday, Super.
Yeah.
Corday.
Okay.
All right, we're in the second half, David. Number 5.
Man, I'm out here readjusting. I'm going Dreams and Nightmares, Meek. Got the Philadelphia Eagles all the way to the Super Bowl.
That's a good one.
We're doing 8, right? We're doing 8.
8. We got 3 left.
3 left.
All right, my number 6, Bodies by Drowning Pool.
Bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Okay. This one right here, this next one here is a kind of unknown, really. It's Ludacris, Undisputed.
I know that one.
Oh, you know that? I heard that on a cruise ship. It was a rap after that. So yeah. Undisputed.
All right, Dan.
Gosh, I'm torn because I only have 3 more, and I have 4 I want.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yep. What's the 3 most likely you think you got locked in the bag?
Oh, I don't think any of these 4 would be
okay.
taken.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go On the Road, Post Malone, Meek.
Okay. Wait. So currently, before I say this one, I have 3 left or 4 left.
3.
You have 3 left.
So once I say this, I will have 2 left.
You will have 2 left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sheesh. All right. Bone Crusher, Never Scared.
Yeah.
Did you have that on there?
Yeah. It was my number 9.
Okay.
It was my number 9. So I was like, here we go. The original.
Yeah, not Jim Jones on there. Get that out of here.
Jim Jones just messed everything. Jim Jones and Birdman.
Anybody from New York,
Birdman will mess this
up.
up.
Before T.I. was a comedian, that one when he had an album out.
Birdman,
I ain't bad.
Anyway.
Yeah, that T.I.
I'll be honest. 2 weeks ago, I had T.I. on this list.
You should still put him on the list.
No.
Get him back to rap. Help motivate this man to get off of these stages.
All right, number 7 for me. Another look. We're being personal. Country Roads. John Denver.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going for me. Number 7. No Hands. No Hands, baby. Waka Flocka.
Okay. You're just a DJ. You're not like this. You're like a DJ that wants the girls to move. That's what your core is.
Damon's a Planet Fitness instructor. Right?
I'm just out here, bro. Group fitness, fam. That's me.
Dan, 2 more picks.
All right. Let's do KB. Hold me back.
Come on, hold me back.
Ooh.
Come on. All right, this last pick gonna be bananas. All right, David.
Man.
Ooh. Dang, that last pick tough.
Oh.
There it is.
All right. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna do this?
You
Am I
gonna
gonna
do it?
this?
Do that.
This is one. This is very.
Come on.
All right. OT Genesis getting to the money. The Beyonce version with the horns. If you know, you know.
That was Beyonce with the horns.
With the horns from the homecoming joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm.
And I ain't gonna lie, you messed up my whole list. I ain't focused no more, if I'm being honest.
All right. We're going into the last final rounds.
Ooh.
This one, I'll be honest, it recently got back on the list.
Okay.
And that's Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. It was the Laughing Skulls intro song for a while.
Okay.
And it kind of it devalued a little bit for me. And then I saw their like one man show documentary thing on Apple Plus.
Boom.
And it's so and I was like, oh, it's back. So number 8, Sabotage.
All right, bet. There's 3 left, but I'm just gonna pull it just because how it starts.
Does it have to be 8? Can we go 10?
8 decisions. My professor told me it's harder to write short than long. Gotta pull triggers.
They never had to figure out these songs like this and deal with Dan just creeping like you don't know what Dan got.
Number 8, the beat just come on every time for me. It's Bad Boy for Life.
Okay.
You got Dan, take us on.
Right, final
Okay,
pick.
can I amend my last pick?
Ooh.
Can I amend it?
Oh man.
I got no problem with it.
This might have to go to a vote. I don't know.
I got no problem with it.
Judge it.
Fine, Dan.
I'll keep
All
the
right.
same. I'll keep the same artist, but I want KB Swoop another win.
That's a good one too. That's a good one too.
I want to do
Okay.
that.
What's your 8?
And then 8, I'm going Walls, Emery.
All right.
That's a lot of
You
hype
never
music
heard
right
it.
here. Never.
I'm gonna listen to it, and because listen, I want to also amend my last one. I thought that Beyonce was gonna save me, but I'm not with it. Since we doing that,
Man,
I love that song, but they don't give me hype like these last two.
a lot of late round trades.
Late round trades, bro.
Number 7.
Nuck If You Buck. I would like to replace Nuck. Put
Wow.
Nuck if,
If you buck.
my 7 is Nuck If You Buck, and my final one. All right, yeah, I got 2. It's a tough one, but and I knew no one would have these at all, so it's a tough one between. Man, all right, this song I listened to before any big show.
Any big show.
I'm on a showcase show, and I thought it's a weird song, not necessarily weird, but like when you know what the song's about, you be like, what? And then I found out Atlanta great Clayton English also listens to this before,
Say less.
and I was like, this must be good. It's UGK's I Left It Wet For You. Yep. It is not a nice song.
Well,
But man, does it get me in the mode to be like, I'm about to kill all these people. Everybody about to get it.
Well,
Yeah.
well. Say what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right.
You gonna say?
Is there a song? So now we got our 8. So y'all send me your 8, and we'll get the bracket up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or we'll get it up Wednesday when the show goes up. Is there one you guys left off the list
Of course.
because you felt it was maybe not? It was a little too embarrassing. Maybe. Do you guys have any guilty pleasure hype songs?
Nah. All mine's hit.
Then like I like notable like omissions here. Stay, which is the Kid Laroi and Bieber.
Yeah.
You got Sail by AWOL Nation. I didn't get to. Ghost by Whit Lowry. No Grease, Swoop. Gosh, I Fall Apart, Post. Hurricane, Prevail, and
Got the hits out here.
Vosi Bop by Stormzy. He's a British rapper. Highly recommend.
I did hear. I listened. I think I heard that. I'm pretty sure I heard that one.
We just need to make a Spotify playlist that we can send to people.
Bro, our
Fourth and
Spotify
10
playlist
hype
be
songs.
bananas.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
Forever. forever. Drake, Kanye, Eminem.
Yeah. That used to be on the list for sure.
Mhm.
I So we ready was probably like my number 10, just kind of a backup. And then the other three I had Warm Up by NF, I had Swag Surfing, and then my boy Ja Rule Put It On Me. And so, listen, fire.
I missed. All right, here's the ones I didn't put on there. Legend Has It by Run the Jewels. I know. Drake's Worst Behavior.
Oh no,
That one used to give me hype. Future Mask Off.
How did we not put Run the Jewels on this list?
I know. I had Walker's Hard in the Paint. I had All I Do Is Win.
Yeah.
I thought when you said the remix, I thought you was gonna say the remix of that. That's why I was like, don't do it to me.
Yeah.
I had Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast.
Had that on there too. Yeah.
I had Monster by Kanye West. No one had any Kanye.
Yeah, I don't really
I get it. Hey, I get it. And then finally I had Rigor Mortis by Kendrick Lamar. I had Rigor Mortis.
We got some heat in here, yo. Nate, what was the ones you left off?
So the ones I left off, Numb Encore by Jay-Z and Linkin Park. All I Do Is Win. I had that one on my Let's Go, Trick Daddy.
That's a good. Oh, forgot.
The Climb, Miley Cyrus. And I almost put in Black Skinhead.
Oh, that would have got you hype.
It's an honorable mention, but I was like, I got to be honest. I can't just be trying to get cool points.
Sure.
So,
Dan, I thought when you picked the Nipsey one, my Nipsey one was Grounded All My Life.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was. I was like, don't do it to me. Yeah.
Dude, how we don't have Run the Jewels, Close Your Eyes on this list?
There's a few.
Bro, that song, oh my gosh.
The only reason why I didn't put Run the Jewels is because I put Never Scared, and I was like, I already got a song with Killer Mike on there.
Yeah.
So I didn't throw the Killer Mike one on there. But Killer Mike, we getting you hype. Like I didn't put him on this list, but I was about to go old school Madden and put that action on there. That Killer Mike action.
That action. Old school Madden.
I mean, really, the entire Madden 2004 soundtrack,
Exactly.
just by association. All right,
down.
so
Hands down.
we weren't ready for this question, but I want to throw it out there.
Throw it out.
Is there an artist that you think has the most hype songs? Has the most best hype songs? The greatest hype artist of all time.
I mean, so great. A little caveat, which is fine. We could do both, whatever. Song is a big word. I'm gonna go with the David route. Verse.
Maybe I'll do.
There's
Maybe I'll do.
verses.
Let's do favorite, not greatest. So
Like
so
that I
it's not an
actually
argument.
listen to on a daily basis.
That you would say it's like, all right, I need to be hype, but I'm just gonna select one artist.
Ooh.
Who are you going to?
Kendrick
That is a
Lamar.
good question.
Kendrick Lamar.
I'm super dad Christian mode over here. I run to KB every single day.
Bro,
Like,
KB
I
don't
put
let
on
you
K.
down, fam.
Dude, I put KB on
KB.
no skips.
KB don't let you down, fam. I respect that pick. I respect both of those picks. If I'm going verse, Luda does not disappoint when I talk verses.
For
Sometimes Luda be in B movies. I'm just like, B songs. I'm like, just get to Luda's verse. So if I'm choosing one artist, I'm probably gonna go Lil Wayne.
Bro, when I tell you how hard it was for me to be like dedication to the whole mixtape, run that's what the hardest part was, like not putting mixtape songs on here. I went through a mixtape little like moment, and I was like, "There's too much."
His No Ceilings mixtape is stupid.
It is stupid.
If I'm gonna choose, what about you, Nate?
I mean, they were only on here once, but Beastie Boys. I can throw Beastie Boys on. I don't necessarily like know all of the songs word for word,
But you just rock with them.
but if I need something to keep the heart rate up, it's Beastie Boys or Eminem. So
good. Let us know what y'all think, man. Let us know. We definitely, if you're listening to this here, we'll be posting up clips and polls.
Yeah.
But we also just want to know off top, just pound for pound, 8, who you think either A is taking most of the wins, or what song specifically do you think is going to get the crown this year?
And we will. We're going to create a Spotify playlist. I need to figure out how to make it open so that our patrons can add their hype songs to it as well.
Ooh. Ooh,
And
spice.
we'll have a 4th and 10 community hype
Patreon
playlist,
out here.
and you guys can go get just pumped up to Nipsey Hussle and Wicked, and we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great.
Give y'all everything.
Okay, are y'all ready to now we jump into the sports side? I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Man,
We
Ready?
were before. You weren't listening to what you said.
It was 3 against 4, fam. We ready.
He was on board with us and then forgot he was on board.
It's not the first time he forgot what he was doing.
That's true.
Let's talk NBA playoffs. They're here this week. The playing games are Wednesday and Thursday. Hawks, Hornets, Brooklyn, and is it Cleveland in the East?
Cleveland, yeah.
And then the West playing games. I know it's Clippers,
Timberwolves,
Yep.
Wolves, and what's the final one? I had it up, but it's just not,
Spurs.
it's not
It's
scrolling fast
Spurs
enough.
and somebody. It's Spurs and somebody, right?
Pelicans.
I think so.
I think that's it. Spurs, Pelicans. All right, so there's the playing game. We can talk that first. One, I guess a lot of people every time this comes up, people debate if they like the play-in tournament. Yes or no. A few years later, we're removed from the bubble. We're 2 years from the bubble season. Damon, do you still like the play-in tournament?
I'm all in. I'm all in on the play-in tournament for 2 reasons. One, as little as I watch March Madness nowadays, I love the chance of people getting knocked off. So I'm all in on a 9 seed, 10 seed sneaking in and then knocking out a 2 seed. So that's one. Two, I think it's also just as a fan. I think a lot of teams that's probably in that 7 to 10 range are probably some budding stars. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see more LaMelo games. I don't think I've ever seen a whole game with LaMelo. You know what I'm saying? Or Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? Like there's some budding stars who have the chance to be on the platform to kind of pop. So as a consumer, I'm all in.
LeBron's not playing, right?
No.
I'm all in on this. Every single game, give it to me. I want it all, and I want to enjoy every single minute of his downfall. And can we just talk about how he's like trying to weasel his way out of LA now, just for 2 seconds?
It's the next topic.
We're gonna hit it. Okay, great. Little
I
tease.
I got you, Dan.
A little tease. I am looking forward to watching LaMelo play. I do think it's going to be a hilarious game. Like the first to 130 wins that game because no one's going to play defense. But no, I'm all in on the tournament. It's kind of like I think how casual college basketball fans feel about March Madness. Like this is when I get to watch really good basketball from here on out. And so this kind of marks the beginning of like when I start paying attention, like truly to like more than just highlights and stats, but like gameplay.
Yeah, I'm in, man. I think I found it funny. Well, we talking about LeBron. I found it funny that like he was the one who hated it, and that was his only way in, and he still didn't get it. But I think that the fact that people get to see a Pelicans team with some budding stars, to see an Anthony Edwards, you know what I mean, play, to see LaMelo and Trae Young go at it, right? Like I think these are games that like the casuals are gonna like really, I think really gravitate towards. I love it. I love more basketball. I think I get why you're like mad if you're like the 7 or 8 seed because you used to just be good. But hey man, strap up them laces, bro. Get to it, Brooklyn. Get to it, 7 and 8. Cleveland, get to like prove it. You know what I mean? Prove it. If you that bad, prove it. So I'm with it.
Yeah, I think Cleveland gets through though, right?
They're on a downfall. They've not been playing good.
Yeah, they're losing to Brooklyn.
I think the only thing I don't like about it is that it's double elimination. Like I just kind of wanted to just streamline a little bit. Just play 2 games, and those 2 winners are 7 and 8. Like I'm not a huge fan of the 2 having to win 2 games to get into the playoffs, but I still think it's super fun.
You only got to win 2 if you're the bottom.
Yeah,
so I'm saying Brooklyn only got to win 1.
Yeah, I'm saying I would set it up like the NBA tournament. I would go 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9, and just those 2 winners.
Oh, I see. I got you.
As a Hawks fan, I'm fine with it because I would rather play Brooklyn 1 game than in a series. So I think that's That's the advantage if you're one of these lower teams, is maybe one of the better teams because of injuries, because of a player refusing to get vaccinated. Whatever happens, they are championship contenders, slide down to where you are, and now anybody can beat anybody for one game.
Yeah.
So now you have a chance to beat Kevin Durant, and all you have to do is do it once.
Right. I think there's not a little, excuse me. I think there's a lot of excitement about these playoffs this year. I think there's a lot of storylines too to get into. I do want to ask you on the spot quick question here. Thinking about storylines, which player, right, who that's currently in the playoffs, including the play-in, do y'all think coming into this year's playoffs has the most pressure? Whether they're trying to win again, whether they've never won, whether they won because they were a sidekick. Which player going into 2022's playoffs, David, I'm gonna start with you. Do you think has the most pressure going into this year's playoffs?
James Harden. James Harden, 100%. It hasn't worked anywhere he's been at. And when this trade first went down, everybody was saying unstoppable. The pick and roll is unstoppable. You got the MVP now. You playing alongside, so you got help. Now you got to deliver, and I don't see them delivering. So I think as far as pressure is concerned, it's the former MVP playing with probably going to be the current MVP, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay, what do you think, Nate?
I think it's KD. I think if he wants this ring, because this is the first year, there is truly no excuse in the sense of like, if he wins this ring, nobody can take anything away. Like nobody, you say he truly led this team. This team is not great depth wise. He has Kyrie, who LeBron had. Nobody ever devalues LeBron's ring with Kyrie. So historically, we're not going to do that to him. They got rid of James Harden. So KD literally said, get rid of the second best consistent player on the team. And now they've dropped down to the playoff game. So if KD wins this, it'll be the most valuable ring he's ever had and might ever have a chance to get.
What do you think, Dan?
I'm probably the least valuable opinion present here, but pressure. I mean, I agree with the KD take. I think like if he loses again, especially early in this playoff, and doesn't make it through, I think his stock starts to drop significantly as like the quote unquote top 1, top 2 players in the game right now.
These are all great picks. I think is valid. I had 2 in mind, but if I'm choosing one, it's kind of more on a personal level, legacy level, and that's Chris Paul.
Bro, I was just about
Chris Paul takes a team that had the second worst 5-year record span, makes them an NBA Finals team, right? He's 35 to 37, whatever he is. The Suns have, for 90% of the season, in my opinion, has been clearly the best team in the West and more than likely the best team in the whole league, most, if not all of the season. Then you're right. So you're going to get a chance to go through the West. You're getting older. You're to the finals again, right? You potentially, it might be a repeat. That's what I think it'll be a repeat of last year's finals. And so you've got to be able to see, can I get it done as a player, as an aging player, as a player who wants to go down? I think Chris Paul right now, some people can argue I think people can argue top 5 point guard. I could also see him being argued out of the top 5 greatest point guards of all time. So I think for myself, if I'm choosing one, I lean towards Chris Paul.
Who was your other one? Just curious. You said you had 2.
Yeah, Steph Curry. Steph Curry has not won a playoff series since KD left. They didn't get through without Clay last year in the play-in. They lost to the Lakers. And, he's got Clay back for what that's worth. Draymond's back. Iggy's back. Jordan Poole, most improved player of the year. I don't think they're going to beat the Suns, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But I need you to get out there first round, fam. That's what I need as a fan and just as a watcher. So that was my other guy. Let's keep it moving here. Let's talk about how pressure leads most times to destruction. The Lakers crumbled before our eyes. Hey, y'all, please keep that same energy. Please keep that same energy. And
we will.
On this podcast, that's all we doing.
Yeah.
We keeping that same energy, fam. The oldest team in the league, maybe ever, is at home Frank Vogel, the LA Lakers coach, is fired. Everybody's talking about Westbrook is getting gone. AD can't stay healthy. LeBron to be 38. Still played at a top 5, top 8 level MVP category. No knock to his individual play. But the Lakers are not a good team, not a good roster, et cetera, et cetera. Not ran well either. So, Nate, I'm gonna start with you as the LeBron connoisseur of the podcast, talking specifically Lakers, talking specifically LeBron. How do they right the ship starting now for next year?
I mean, you got to clean house, right? Like, obviously, you've gotten rid of the coach. I don't know who would sign up to coach LeBron at this point. I mean, he's gotten 5 coaches fired in his career. So they're talking Doc Rivers, but he's got a pretty good thing going in Philadelphia right now. So unless James Harden pushes him out, you got that. I think Pelinka's done.
Yeah, he got to go.
Like he's got to go. The thing is, like, I don't know what you do if you're the Lakers, because you have doubled down on LeBron. So your 2 options are neither good options. You either bring in a GM that's not going to listen to him, who then LeBron will turn and crush to the media, or you have a GM who comes in and is a pushover, listens to LeBron too much, and that's how you end up with the roster that you have this year. So honestly, the Lakers are in an impossible situation. I think that there would, if I were the Lakers, and as much as I love LeBron, I think he's the greatest player of all time. I think there would be ask LeBron, like, do you really want to be here? Like, is there somewhere we can send you where you can try this? Because obviously it's not a good environment. Like, I don't think the coaches are having a good time. There's no way the players are having a good time. And I don't know if that's all, like, if that all leaves with LeBron. But I know the Lakers have to be wishing for just a hard reset. And I don't think there's a way to get rid of LeBron. I really don't. I think he's too good historically. I think he's too big, too powerful of a presence in the NBA to ship him anywhere. But that would be best case scenario for the Lakers, I think.
What do you think? Oh, go ahead, David.
No, I was going to be real quick. I think it's real easy to ship LeBron because he controls where he wants to go. And if you trade him, you're not going to have to give up as many picks as you used to, because you're only going to get him for what, 2-3 years tops?
Oh, tops.
Yeah.
Tops. And you know what I mean? And we don't know at what level. So, like,
Probably
he's
2.
your best. He's the best, because you can't trade Russ. Russ not getting traded. He has a player option. He's picking it up. I think it's like 40-some million.
No, they're getting rid of Russ.
No, but I'm saying you can't. He has a play, like, contractually, they have a player option. He's going to pick that up. Like, they can't take that cap hit. They can trade him. I don't know what the trade pay. What I'm saying is, contractually, he has a player option,
right? So
he can get 40-something. He's not passing that up.
No, I'm saying a team is going to, when you talk money, a lot of, not to cut you off, sorry, but like the talk of the town is that there are several teams wanting to rebuild and get that cap space, because we're talking money, right? He's gonna get his money. He's gonna get his money. Let's be clear. But there's a few different teams, without getting into the details, that want that contract so they can get it off the books next year, et cetera, et cetera. So he's gonna get his money. But anyway,
he's gonna get Lakers.
I mean,
after he gets traded.
The thing would be interesting is to see if the Lakers can bring in anybody else ever again, because obviously LeBron recruited who he recruited this year.
Ever again?
In the sense of, like, can LeBron continue to just kind of go out and basically pick and choose his team?
It's the Lakers. The Lakers pick and choose their team.
Yeah, but, like, you know that LeBron has the veto power.
LeBron will be gone 4 years from now. The Lakers will still be the top destination for free agents.
Yes, 4 years from now. I am saying
2 years from now. Easy. You can get people.
I'm saying in the sense of, like, does LeBron / the Lakers, do they go all in on somebody like Lillard? Is the Jimmy Butler situation enough to go, hey, let's go to Miami. Let's test the waters there. Let's see if we can get Jimmy Butler for a year and a half. Tell LeBron, be like, we don't need you to work as hard. Just play point guard. Just distribute. Like, let's put guys around you that are going to constantly move. Put LeBron at the top of the key with the ball. Nobody's taking it from him.
I want to say, go ahead, Dan.
No, I care more about what you're going to say. Go.
I think, in my honest, I think LeBron can still, he's gravity. So I think he's still in his day. I mean, the man put up silly numbers. So he still is a positive black hole that most players who aren't 1A alpha dogs would want to play with him. That's how I feel. 2, I think the top 2 reasons why this season was such a scramble, and really the last few seasons, is that they're playing with a 10-man. Their second best player has the bone structure of a 2-year-old. Like, I don't know what the
2-year-olds recover quicker.
This is fair. Like,
let's not speak of the toddlers.
I remember on this podcast a few years ago, maybe it was that year they played the Warriors in the playoffs as a Pelican. Anthony Davis, I said on this podcast, and many people around the world were saying the same thing, man, was a top 5, top 3 talent. It was like, what are we talking about? You're talking prime AD big man, right? This man's insane. Mm-hmm. But he has the unfortunate, and this is the worst thing about sports. The worst thing about sports is injuries. And he has the unfortunate luck at this moment in his career where he cannot consistently be healthy or have, and I'm not going to knock it because I don't know him, but at this moment, he has not shown that the injuries he can't play through, like an Allen Iverson, where this man had a bro. Yeah, I remember seeing a diagram back in 1999.
Bro, all them little dots.
Just like this man, boom, 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 boom. And you'd be like, yo, his thumb hurt. He out. I'm like, what the world? So I think that is one of the biggest issues I think they've got to figure out.
Yeah. I want to hear what Dan got to say. Give it to us, Dan.
Yeah, let's go, Dan.
I'm gonna go the opposite take in that I think that all 3 are back next year. I think that they triple down on this big 3. I think that the pieces are almost unmovable. I think, despite, I could be wrong, but like, I think they're very close to unmovable. And I think that those 3 sit down, and whoever, I agree that they get rid of the GM, but they sit down with whoever the new GM is and say, we're going to run this back. We played 20, I think it was like some crazy number. We played only 20 games together the entire year. We need a full off season.
Okay.
And a full season to see what this can actually be. Russ is going to get better. I'm not agreeing with this take.
You're saying this what they would say.
No, I hear you. I'm with you.
Russ is going to get better. AD is going to get healthy. LeBron's going to, be healthy and ready to go. He's going to train harder than he ever trained. He's going to be Ivan and Rocky 3 this time around. Like, and like, I think that they try to run this back one more time with the false belief that they can make it through an entire NBA season to get to the playoffs, where that big 3 then could hopefully have the chemistry to carry them through the playoffs.
All right, before we move on from the NBA, playoff picks. Who do y'all have? Let's go Final 4, finals matchup, champion.
Ooh.
I got so I'll go on the Western Conference Finals. I've got Warriors, Suns come out the West. And then in the East, I've got an exciting matchup. I've got the Bucks coming out, but in a tough Game 7 series against the Boston Celtics. I think they've been on fire right now. I just don't think Miami has enough firepower personally. I mean, great defense, great coaching. So I got a rematch of last year, and I got the same result of last year. Bucks in 6 over the Suns.
I'll go. I got the West, Suns. I don't know how the matchup set up right. You said you had Suns Warriors?
Yeah.
The
number 2 seed is Memphis if you're looking for a top seeds on that side of the bracket. So
Memphis is playing
fire.
Incredible basketball.
Fire.
It's very hard to say no to them other than just being young. But they play great without Ja.
Yes.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
Say it.
I'll go Grizz Suns.
Yeah.
Out west.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go. I love your Boston pick. They're a sleeper team.
They're a sleeper team.
But Miami, you said they don't have firepower. I don't know if you saw. Oladipo's back.
I hear you.
Brought to drop 40 points last night.
I hear it.
You can't just drop 40 points.
I hear you. Fair. I need him to. I need that body to hold up. He's similar to AD. He's not as great as AD, so we don't talk about him as much. He's been hurt, man, since Indiana. But carry on.
They've taken this. So I think heat culture, they defense, like they can thug it out to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think the what you call is gonna do. I don't think 76ers get past. Honestly, I don't even think they get past the Raptors, if I'm being honest. Their best defender, Ty Stable, can't even play in Canada.
I know.
And Toronto just has nothing but length and guys you need a good defender for. So they're gonna be in trouble. So I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Heat Brooklyn. I'm gonna go Heat Brooklyn. I believe in KD, man.
Yeah, what about the other 8 players?
No, I know. And those other players, I think one of the best things they did when they traded Harden is getting Steph Curry and then like you got shooters out there, right? You got shooters, and Kyrie will be playing.
I got you.
It's
so
like
who coming out the East?
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say the Heat.
Heat against
who? Heat against Suns.
Who
And
wins?
Suns, and I got the Suns. Chris Paul getting
You
a
got
ring.
Heat Nets, and then you got the Heat going to the finals.
Yeah,
Or playing the Suns.
playing the Suns.
And who's winning?
Suns.
Okay.
Chris Paul got to get him one. I gotta believe Chris Paul getting one. I can't see my man go down and not get one.
What you got, Dan?
Okay. I'm going Grizz Suns, and Grizz goes to the finals.
Come on, man.
This is Jaws, like it's the Cinderella, like this is about to be Jaws League. I just feel it. The NBA wants a changing of the guard. There's a frozen envelope with Jaws' name on it. Like this is happening. We're gonna add some new blood into this equation. So I got Grizz in the West, and then I'm going Bucks Nets with Bucks going from the East, and then I'm going all in on the Grizz. Grizz beat the Bucks.
Come on,
Right.
Grizz beat the Bucks. Ooh.
All right.
You got Nate?
I like that. I mean, I had the same matchups in the Western Conference Finals,
As who?
but as Dan, I've got Grizz Suns, but I don't think the Grizz have it this year.
This year.
I think they're going to be a top 3 team in the NBA for the next half decade.
Long time.
Easy.
Easy.
And I think players are going to start wanting to play with Ja. So Memphis is going to become a free agent landing spot. But I have Phoenix beating them this year.
Now watch this craziness he about to say. Keep going.
Coming out of the East.
Go ahead. Watch this nonsense.
You say Atlanta. If you utter the words.
So I've got Miami. And then I have them losing to the number 2 offense in the NBA. I also have them losing to a team that we all know part of the playoffs is getting hot at the right time and having the best player in the matchup.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to take the number 2 offense in the NBA, the team that has the most points and most assists. You don't have to play defense if you put up 150. Win every game 150 to 145 for all care. I got Hawks, Suns in the finals. Hawks win in 5.
You're so dumb.
What are you doing?
Hawks in 5.
Bro, this man would never make it with his old dream job. If comedy would not have been here, he would have never made it.
My goodness, bro. Like
this is why you got last in the March Madness pool at the company.
The Hawks are getting hot at the right time.
We don't even have our second best player. We're not healthy. John Collins is out. John Collins
is out?
He's been out. He got like a thing on his finger, and he's got, I think, plantar fasciitis tear or something. You're crazy.
Stop it.
What are you doing?
They have the best scorer right now. They have the hottest scorer right now. No, there's nobody.
And then once of these teams just double him and take the ball out of his hand,
go for it. Double him. Change the rules. Whatever the NBA has to do to continue to try to stop Atlanta. It doesn't matter.
All right. The crazy boat is string along, and you didn't let me know I was in it. I'm out.
I'm sorry that I picked the player that has the most points and most assists. Something that's never been done.
I hear you. Here's the thing. You want to. That's a reality, right? And I respect that reality. Also, the reality is, why are we the 10th or 9th seed?
Why is that also a reality?
Because we suck at defense, and
we are specifically
is one of the top 5 worst defenders in the league.
Look,
guys, I always feel like I have imposter syndrome talking to the NBA with you 3. Now I just have it with 2 of you because one of you is dumb as bricks. And
look, they're not great defensively.
They're the 9 seed for a reason.
Bro, if you shut Trey down, the game is over.
That's the thing. If you,
Yes.
that is a massive
Was he gonna shoot threes from the half court line all night?
He can.
Like,
the second he gets off the bus, he's in range.
I hear you. We hear you. This is also another thing that's also true. Your stats were true. David's stats were true. Another thing that is also true: the playoffs are different than the regular season.
Talk about it.
The
Talk
whistles, the coaching, the slow down game, the strategies for 7 games. We are. You make us not want to root for them,
right?
For a team that is not. So if you go up against a team who is great at defense, like the top teams in the East, and you go up against a 10 seed who's really good, who their second best players out, we're just letting you know, big dog. It's just we hear you and we see you and we call it foolish.
Bro,
I get it.
They have a coin flip chance of beating Charlotte. A coin flip.
I don't know about that. Like
without John Collins,
they are better than Charlotte.
Without John Collins,
they are better than Charlotte. They beat Charlotte a few weeks ago.
They split during the season, 2-2.
But they beat them recently. I'm saying the Hawks are getting hot at the right time. If I'm honest, I'm really the only matchup that truly scares me is Milwaukee-Boston. And those two teams, those are the two matchups that scare me the most. And that is looking like it's going to be the Hawks' path. So I get it. But I'm really not that scared of Miami. I'm not scared of Cleveland, Philadelphia, or Toronto. I think the Hawks can beat all those guys. And to Damon's point, yes, the playoffs are different, and so is Trey in the playoffs.
We're not playing the Knicks. Year. We're not playing the bummy Knicks, bro. We're playing real basketball teams.
We're not. And
we ran into the bummy Knicks, and we ran to a Sixers team that had Ben Simmons afraid to shoot layups.
They gave the Bucks a run for their money. And if Trey Young doesn't get hurt, it's an even closer series.
Is it if Giannis doesn't get hurt as well? Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm just saying the NBA playoffs, a lot of it is about who has the best score and who gets hot at the right time. And the Hawks have both of those right now.
Nate, what do you think the chances of them actually getting out of the play-in tournament are?
I can't spend money right now, Dan.
I was thinking more of I was thinking more of like a challenge, like maybe like a tattoo in an unsightly place.
Oh, the tramp stamp. Okay,
I could not do a tattoo for the play-in tournament. That feels too. That's a little too. If the Hawks,
I really wanted to get. I want you to get like a Hawks like 2022 if they don't make it out of the playoffs. And if they do make it out of the playoffs, I'll get the Hawks 2022.
If they make it out of the play-in game,
the play-in tournament, both
the play-in tournament. We got a Hawks 2022. Now, obviously, similar to your bet with Damon, wives have veto power, correct?
That's right. We'll have to leave this conversation.
Or are we keeping this just under the radar? They don't listen to the podcast. We can.
All right.
We could just we'll get an insight to each of our sex lives. If somebody gets caught quicker than the other person, we'll know. That's not great.
That's what we need more on this. That's what we need more on this show, bro. More sex life talk. That's what we need, man.
We got yours with your list, Damon. We got plenty of insight with that.
Bro, that list was cute. That was a cute, moderate
I'm gonna say, I know,
because the Hawks have to beat Charlotte, and then theoretically they're gonna play who in the second round of the playoffs?
Cleveland.
They'll play the loser of Cleveland, Brooklyn.
So probably Cleveland.
Most likely Cleveland. So they have to beat Charlotte, and they have to beat Cleveland. Cleveland, who is hurt, and Charlotte, who is good and fun. Look, we
got to move on. We got to move
on. We got to entertaining your nonsense.
Jeez Louise.
All right, next topic. All right, this is interesting because so Masters happened this past weekend. Obviously, Super Bowl was a couple months ago. March Madness. So something that got thrown on Twitter was, what is the most iconic sporting event? I'm just gonna go ahead and just jump in with mine.
Yep.
I think it's the Super Bowl, and I think what pushes the Super Bowl over the other ones, I don't think it's the most aesthetically pleasing. I don't think it's the most fan friendly, but I think it gets the most non-sports fans of any other events, and not just non-football fans. I think it gets the most non-sports fans, and that's what puts it at number one for me. Damon, what do you think?
Oh man, it's the World Cup, big dog. When you got flags and colors out and countries getting beat, when you got the globe on the fingertips here, when you got people trying to fight for something they won't get for another 3.5 years, you know what I mean? There's something exciting about that. I've just been immersed. I mean, Mission's what? He's 12 now. So probably for really the last 6 years more so into soccer. And when you talk about what was the key word in that? What was the most
Iconic.
Iconic. I mean, that's just big level for me. So I think there's a couple other good ones in there looking at that list. But if I'm choosing one, like just think how insane, because we're underdogs of underdogs of underdogs of underdogs in the World Cup. If the United States of America with the red, white, and blue and the stars and stripes won the World Cup, man, stop it. So that's the one I'm going with. But tough one.
Dan, what do you feel?
I really like the World Cup tape, but I would say that the college football playoff has taken the magic of March Madness, the love of football in this country, and like I think is like the perfect combination of the two, where like the college football playoff and then subsequently the national championship is the most must-watch kind of TV if you care about sports remotely.
All right, so I didn't see the Olympics on there, so I guess that's not a part of it. Because when you said flags and colors, I was like, well, it's the Olympics. I'm gonna go with the one that I want to go to the most.
Okay.
And it's not the Super Bowl, you would think, but I'm like, we kind of were around it, and I get it. I would just, if I was inside, I'd just been watching a football game that I seen. The World Series, that'll be fun. Baseball, yeah, whatever. It's the Kentucky Derby. And here's why I'm gonna say this. I remember in high school there was a kid. We played on a basketball team. He was tall, skinny black kid, and he was from Louisville, and he could not stop raving about the Derby. At like 16, he was like, "This is it." A 16-year-old kid is talking about ever since that moment, I'm like, "There's got to be something up with this Derby."
Is this one of your friends that ended up being a cowboy?
No, actually, he didn't. I think he played basketball overseas. But the way he talked, I remember we all laughed at him. Like, don't nobody want to go to the Derby. He's like, y'all don't understand. Like, he was about to, he died on this hill.
Yeah.
We roasted this man talking about the Derby for like hours. And he was like, y'all don't understand. And he brought his brothers in. He's like, y'all don't understand. So it's always been in my head, like, I got to go to the Derby. And for mainly another reason is because it's one of the shortest events. Like, you get to fly, and then you get in and out of there quick, and then there are billionaire parties all around.
Boom.
It is the most iconic in the like extravagance and the like lead up to it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been not at the Derby.
Oh, I was about to say, Dan,
but
let
like
me know.
at a like Derby party for like my first like kind of encounter with that, and just the like ambiance, even of just a party that was thrown with it with that world going on. Like it is I mean, every star in the world flies in for it. Like, it is a who's who. So you're not wrong. Like, it is definitely something you like a must be seen type.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Met Gala meets the World Series or the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. I think I would love to go to the Derby one day. Like, it definitely is a bucket list thing.
Yep, same.
What's an event you would go to for a sport that you're not necessarily a fan of?
That's a good question.
Like, and we'll get the Derby out of there, because I think we would all say yes to that. And let's say the World Cup is here. So you're not traveling somewhere super cool.
That takes the fun out of it. No. You don't get to Americanize it.
You want to go to Qatar to see it?
You're in
Tulsa? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I want to
go watch it from a stadium that slaves died building. Like, that's
what?
Yeah, because America's
you
got
don't
a
know
bunch
how
of
America works.
I do, but I'm saying right now.
What?
Yeah, because everybody that built every football stadium is getting paid a livable wage.
I'm not saying it's a good system. I'm saying I'm not pursuing it.
You don't think there's slaves in 2022 in America? Where you been, big dog? You better get on a different Twitter feed.
I'm saying I'm not pursuing.
What do you think happens in this country, Nate? Sometimes I'm very curious as to what you think happens.
When did I say we were that much better?
You
That
made it
last
seem like
statement,
over there,
that statement.
you're like, y'all want to go where there's people that don't get enough for their
Oh,
labor.
no.
America,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This man
Bro.
dying over insulin.
yeah. What?
We got
What? Hey man, you funny. Not on purpose. Sometimes that's what's the funny part. You be funny
that,
and
that
not on purpose.
American blood bled out of you, big dog. That joint.
First of
spilled
all,
out.
he brought it to. He's like, so you don't have to go some weird country.
I didn't say
We'll bring
weird.
it to Atlanta.
I said you don't. So because you're not picking an event based on necessarily where it is,
But that's
'Cause
why part of I wanted it to.
just go somewhere cool.
Listen,
Yeah.
yes. There's no
I mean,
place in the United States. I'm like,
That's like
that'll.
if the Olympics was in Atlanta tomorrow, I would prefer to go to like another country to experience the Olympics in another
Yes.
country.
I was trying to even the playing field a
Come on,
little
brother,
bit.
you
See, that's
did
what I'm
not
saying.
do
You
that.
think
We
it's
would-
better,
we would
even.
all go. We would all go to the World Cup, depending on what country. Like if it's a cool, fun country, that's what we're picking, no matter what the sport is. If we've got a free ticket to it,
I'm going to any country, fam. If they
Yeah,
like,
I'm leaving America. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
You want to?
I gotta get out of here.
I'll sneak into the north. Let's see what's popping over here. Let's see what's popping. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sneaking into the north.
David becomes
wow.
before you
Dennis
brought
Rodman of
slavery into
comedy.
this fun topic,
Right.
I don't know that there's a sporting
World
event
Cup.
that I don't want to go to.
Right.
I don't know that I would go to the cricket World Cup and I would enjoy every second of it, I'm sure.
I don't know if I go there. Those games be long. Those games be like they last like days, don't they? Sometimes.
I can tell you.
I was like, I can't. I don't know
yeah,
about that.
that is true. Cricket would be tough.
Yeah.
Wimbledon. Wimbledon. I want to go to
That'd be
Wimbledon.
dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'd want to go to Wimbledon for sure.
I would be scared to go to any event where I have to be quiet. Like that's what would freak me out. Like the Masters would kind of freak Wimbledon. I get a nervous stomach when it gets quiet, and then I get a very nervous laugh.
My tummy hurts.
It's not that it hurts. It's just like my stomach knows when I'm supposed to be quiet, and it's a self-sabotaging feature that I've got.
All this man talk about when he watches movies, how he hate when people are loud. He wants a quiet movie theater.
I do.
He wants a quiet viewing experience. So we're like, all right, how about Wimbledon? It's too quiet. The quiet makes my tummy hurt.
I am saying I don't. I'm saying I don't want to ruin
Pick
it
a
for
side,
everybody
bro.
else. I'm saying that I respect
Be
it so much.
consistent.
I am being consistent. I'm saying I respect it so much. I would not want to get in their way. I'm
You
doing
saying you gonna
unto
get
others.
gassy at Wimbledon?
I'm doing unto others.
He's
what
gonna
I would-
get gassy
I
at
would-
Wimbledon, guys.
Yes.
Wimbledon, he gonna go there, eat that cream and strawberry and some tea, and his stomach gonna
Some
be like
clotted
everybody gonna be
cream.
quiet, and you going.
Oh, that's a stress dream now. Thank you for that. Now that you've
Man,
made it
don't-
so clear. Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
Everybody gonna turn. It's gonna be weird. Everybody gonna turn. Like, who is that? Shh. He's like, no, you guys gotta talk a little more because if you're quiet, my tummy does things.
Trying to cover it up with a cough.
Just turn it inside out because of lack of noise. Your stomach, man, you say some of the wildest things I've ever heard of him being say. Truly.
You guys don't have that weird where it's like
No.
you're supposed to be quiet and
Let me say this, Nate. 99% of what you say when you say you guys don't, we don't. It don't matter what you say after it. When you say you guys don't, we don't. This is a Nate experience you talking about. Don't nobody have no weird stomach because of silence.
I
go to
have zero
Wilmington.
desire to. I have zero desire to go to a West Virginia football game. Zero.
That's true.
Zero, that boy said.
Could not pay me for that.
Zero. Hilarious. Let's keep it moving out here in these streets here. We are there, team. You know what it is. Your grandma's favorite topic. Nate, what we're hating on this week.
I thought the sound was coming up next, but
Nope.
I guess
Oh, it's coming. It's around the corner. Know that.
Man, I'll be honest. It is. Let's get real honest, real fast. Moving's the worst. Moving is the absolute worst. I never want to do it again. I've said repeatedly, I want to die in this next house, and I'll be honest. I don't really care when that is right now. Moving has been absolutely miserable. I would say if you're thinking about moving right now, maybe do it. I don't know your situation. But don't sell to people that don't have an agent. Definitely don't do that. Don't be nice to people that you're selling to because it's a jungle. It's a jungle out there. And the second that you show weakness, whoever you're selling your house to, they pounce. They pounce, and it's awful. I would highly recommend buying a house from a very sweet old lady. I would say do that. That worked really well for us. But it's terrible. The market just, this is the most adult I've ever felt. I've used the term the market more in the past 2 months than I have in my entire life. And there's a lot of food things named market. And so the numbers are a lot bigger than you would think it is. But I've said market so much, and it's terrible. I don't know exactly what all went into it. I don't know how sustainable it is. It's soul crushing. You sell your house so quickly, and you're full of just optimism and just love and excitement for growing your family and what it can become, and the world is just beautiful and it's sunny, and then you go to try to buy a house, and it's just a bunch of Scrooge McDucks. It's just a bunch of Scrooge McDucks that buy all these houses from you, and then they also tell you that you're impotent and nobody really loves you or respects you, and it's hurtful.
You're impotent.
That's what it felt like every single time. Every single time that we got outbid for a house, I was like, I'm not enough man right now. It's terrible. It's hard. It's absolutely gut wrenching. And all you picture is just the Monopoly man with just bags of coins, handing them to the people, like just stacking them up in the house. Just it's a bunch of people with monocles buying houses from just sweet, just all American people, and it's awful. I can't believe that we found something. We love what we found. We can't wait to get in there. And the old lady was very sweet. We definitely have massive shoes to fill. She in the closing, she like told us everything that she did for her neighbors. And I was like, oh no, I gotta be 100
She
times
gave you a
better.
list.
She gave me a list, and not only that, like she was very sweet, and she gave all the neighbors a heads up that we were moving in. Because right now in Atlanta, like in our experience, we had to specify that we sold to people so that our neighbors didn't hate us for leaving. Because I mean, there's a lot of just investors coming in and just buying up houses and then just putting in renters who don't take care of it, or making them Airbnbs so nobody's in it half the time. And so we had to like specify that we did it. And so she did that to her neighborhood. But the problem is she's like, oh yeah, so the person to the left, I make dinner for them about once a week. And then I got a yard guy that comes by, and he's so sweet. And then she's just like, the people to the right, like I go out and I tell them good morning. The people across the street, they have a dog, and that dog is so sweet, and I give that dog biscuits every time I go for a walk. And I'm like, I can't fill these shoes. I cannot fill.
You learn how to cook.
I guess.
You.
I've never felt more intimidated than after we signed that. I was like, we are replacing a pillar of this street. And I'm gonna have to really take care of that yard. I'm gonna have to fake it. I'm gonna have to be like a cheesy sitcom neighbor. That's the level of enjoyment my neighbors around me have to have, and it won't compare. It won't compare to Miss Lizzie that's moving out.
Miss Lizzie gave you a gift.
Miss Lizzie's not even short for Elizabeth. She was just like, no, my name is Lizzie. And I was like, this is incredible. This is the most perfect woman of all time. And now they just put my stupid face in her sweet old house.
Look, man, you do got shoes to fill, man. Step it up. She gave you a gift, and that was to get the responsibility. You got stuff to do.
It's terrifying.
Your community will crumble. No
They
pressure.
will.
That man next door could die if you don't learn how to cook. And don't you make Libby cook for him neither. Libby cook for you, and you cook for them.
I know. I gotta hope she leaves all the.
You don't cook for her. I would not do that to Libby. You don't cook for her.
No, it stresses Libby out when I try to cook for her. I've tried it before.
I bet.
She's like, get out of the kitchen. This is worse.
I know it is. Man.
Oh, well. Oh, man. There it is.
What?
That's the sound, man, for all the patrons that have joined us. Once again, sorry if you can't hear it. You might need to adjust your volume, but it's there. It's definitely there. It's definitely the sound. And in honor of our March Madness bracket, we are calling the greatest finish in sports talk radio, most original, most iconic. Welcome to the hype train. How was that? Was that okay? I wrote this one in advance.
It was faster. It was faster.
Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to start the music right about now. This music is called Acoustic Cinematic.
Oh, boy.
That feels appropriate
Wow. I want to die.
It's like something a bard would make, and I don't know what a bard is exactly, but I know that they make that type of music.
Just a bard playing a lute.
Bard, yes, that's bard music.
All right. First topic. Tom Segura, who's a comic. He was on Pardon My Take earlier this week, talking about a basketball injury that he got while playing pickup basketball, and said, quote, "I couldn't even wipe afterwards. He shattered his arm in pickup basketball, had to have screws put in. It's horrific. Go check it out. He put the x-rays up online."
Ew.
I want to know, what is y'all's worst injury that you've ever had, or the worst injury you've seen playing sports?
I remember when I came out of retirement football, and I took a year off, gained 20 pounds, went from running back to defensive end, and I tried to run the 40 in the summer, just getting ready, off season, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I ain't go to the doctor really, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I pulled my groin, and that was the worst. I had to watch practice. I had to walk to the city bus stop, sit on the city bus stop, get off the city bus, walk home from the city bus stop. All for my mom to just be like, "Hey, let's put some frozen veggies on that." And so that was a terrible 72 hours.
Worst that I've experienced. I just remember, I don't know why this pops in my head, but I was like 7 or 8. We was warming up before a baseball game. And, at that age, you're supposed to be able to catch, and this kid couldn't catch. And I know it wasn't a bad throw because it hit him in the nose. And that's where your glove should be. So that was that kid's fault. But I remember, I was like, man, you leaking. Like, you ain't running nose blood. Like, you sprouting, bro. That thing ain't coming out. And I don't think that kid ever played baseball.
Dan?
I've seen some compound fractures in my day. And when you see a bone sticking out of skin, it makes you question things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hit my head on the floor one basketball game and got a concussion. And that's like
that explains a lot.
That like teeth rattling.
You should have led with that.
Oh, not good. I hate it so much. Well, I also had shin splints. Not as fun.
No, those are like painful, and
it's painful, but nobody really believes you that you had them.
Yeah. Now, don't compound fractures are dead. I think my brother did that with his ankle. I never forgave myself. My brother broke his ankle sliding to second base. We were on the same baseball team 1 year in high school. And I remember he slid, he stood up, and he goes, "Uh-oh." And I looked down, and that thing dangling. I said, "Oh, no." And then I started crying. I remember I cried. He was like, "You punk." He just like hobbled off the field. And I was like, he gonna lose his leg.
I think the accidentally the meanest I was my little brother playing high school basketball. Couldn't catch himself when he got fouled, and he fell on his elbow. At the time, we didn't know that he had a hairline fracture in his elbow, and then he missed both the free throws, and I yelled, "Gotta have those." Not knowing he's in so much pain, just like bending his elbow to get the shot up. And he missed both free throws. I was like,
"Them free throws weren't free no more, bro. Them things cost."
Sorry. I said, "Gotta have those," and my dad goes, "Gotta make them when you're tired."
Oh.
He went to the doctor, and they're like,
very fun.
Hairline fracture. All right, next topic. Anybody else watching Winning Time?
Boy, I love that show so much.
It's so good. I can't necessarily recommend it. There's a lot of language, a lot of.
I'll recommend it. We all heard curse words before. Get out of here.
There's a lot of curse words, a lot of nudity. So like certain demographics,
okay,
like
Game of Thrones out here.
It is. If you're okay with Game of Thrones, go for it. If
Game of Thrones meets basketball.
if you don't want to see strangers' nipples, then don't watch this. But the actor who plays Magic Johnson, Quincy Isaiah, who's great, by the way.
He's very good. Yes.
He kind of apologized to Magic, but also has defended the series. Says he meant no harm. The show, if you don't know, it's based on a book. So it's kind of like The Social Network, where it's like, I'm not playing the real Magic Johnson. I'm playing Magic Johnson from the book Winning Time. So there's some leeway, and David can attest to this. According to this book, Magic Johnson's in the streets.
According to the book.
According to history.
I'm going by Winning the thing.
To the
He
book.
apologizing.
Bro,
This
Whoa.
man Magic, the only person that put up more numbers than Magic is probably Will Chamberlain. And I think Magic just not gonna, he's about the assist, so he ain't gonna talk about his points he put up. Are you serious?
The thing with this whole series is I don't think Magic Johnson looks the worst out of this group. They make Jerry West, and maybe he was. Jerry West looks like a maniac. Like,
Yeah, he probably was.
And I know he was an intense guy. A lot of athletes are intense people, but I know Jerry West's family is like, what are you doing? He's like screaming at people on a golf course. He's like breaking things over his knee. He's throwing his MVP trophy out of his office window. It's an incredible performance, but yeah, I think Jerry West is the one that deserves an apology. Not all they said about Magic Johnson. They're like, hey man, he's super cool and he got booty. And then apparently that's what
super cool and got booty.
And apparently that's what they were like. We're sorry, Magic. We didn't mean to make it out to be you're so cool.
Yeah, that man Magic was running through LA, man. What are you talking about?
You want to make a movie about me and you want to rewrite a little history and make me more successful?
Hey, that's because that man know Magic Johnson got a lot of strings to pull in Hollywood. And he like, I'm trying to work again. Let me put my apology up there real quick. Hey man, I'm just struggling. I'm trying to make it work. I hope you're not mad at me. He's trying to work
out there real quick.
And finally, let's talk a little of one of the greatest topics that our podcast tackles. Cam Newton was on one of the Barstool podcasts this week, dressed, in a hat. I think we can all, whatever hat you think Cam Newton's wearing, that's the hat he's wearing. You got it right. In your mind, whatever Cam Newton hat, whatever pops into your brain, that's the hat. He goes on, and I don't know
Jones meets what's the Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. There we go.
Knife. This is a knife.
It's a knife.
It's a knife. It's a knife.
The topic of women came up, and Cam Newton, to summarize via the headline, he was not a fan of women who can't cook and don't know when to be quiet. And he also said that a woman needs to know how to cater to a man's needs.
Look, I was with him for the first half. I'm not with no woman can't cook. Not to say women should just be able to cook. I think adults should cook. I think if you're an adult who can't cook, man or woman, you trash. I don't think women should have to be able to cook for men. I'm not saying that. But if you're an adult human being and be like, I don't cook, I don't know how to cook, how are you living? Get out of here. Now everything else after that, slight crazy decline, Cam Newton. You need to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
How does no one know? How is there no Cam Newton representative PR person in that room? Be like, no, we're not gonna do that.
Time out. You think the man that walks around dressed like that has people to tell him no? This man is surrounded by people like, good idea, Cam. Great idea. Keep that up, Cam. You're doing well, Cam. Love the hat, Cam. You're the voice of a generation, Cam. You only dress like that if people around you say those things.
You're not wrong. He should dress like that once he has a contract for the year. That's when he should start dressing like that.
Yeah, he's never playing football in the NFL again.
Yeah, that was a wrap for him.
It is a wrap. So he said women should cook.
Yeah, he went, and I think to try to make it a little bit better, I think he was talking about his preference, which
that's not better at all.
It just kind of like he wasn't saying all. I don't know. There's not a great way. There's no way to really defend him. But he said women. He complained about women who can't cook and don't know when to be quiet, and said women need to know how to cater to a man's needs.
Also, what women around everybody? If you heard Cam talk, if he's in a conversation with a woman, he's doing all the talking. What? This man lives for a press conference to say the words wrong. I never give him to say I'm a lion in the safari. That is not a thing. A safari, if I'm correct, is a trip, right? It is not actual place.
That's true.
He said, I'm a lion in the safari.
Maybe he's talking about like the internet safari.
Man.
Like that's his like little avatar guys.
He say so many things wrong, bless his heart. You should be quiet more. Take advice from the women in your life that you want in your life, and you be quiet. You might have an NFL job.
Well, he probably should just be gay.
Wow. I don't know what, huh?
I mean, clearly women are not for you. If women ain't for you, that's 1+1 team.
I wouldn't put that on other man either. I think you need to be by
Ain't
yourself.
nothing to put on.
I'm saying.
I think the gay community is
I
like, y'all
can't
can
speak
keep
for the gay community, but I feel like they be like, nah.
Yeah, I think they're good.
You're good. He over there in the corner by himself with Stacey Dash. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're made for each other.
There we go.
Yes.
Well, that's it. Ending the podcast on a celebrity setup. So
Boom.
we did it. That's all 10 of our topics. Thank y'all so much. It's good to be back. Good to have the whole team back. All the patrons who jumped on with us live. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Real quick, one more time. April 22nd.
Bang.
My special, my album Name Brand Human comes out. It'll be all over all platforms. If you're a patron, you get it early. You get it a week early. So jump on there. Have some fun with it. It's going to be good. One more time. My name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at @IM_Owens. Instagram, I'm Owens. NathanOwensComedy.com.
Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. That's at DUEORDIE. If you're in Athens, Georgia this Saturday, I will be at the 40 Watt with some other comedians. I'll be there. So if you're in Athens or Athens area, pull up on me.
Pull up on him.
I'll be at the 40 Watt. Fun spot to do comedy. So definitely would love to see some people there.
Dope. Get at me on TikTok and Instagram, DAMONJR at the number 2. I'm headlining the Garage at the St. Louis Helium Comedy Club.
Ooh.
So St. Louis, pull up on me, 22nd, 23rd of April. So not this weekend, but the following weekend. If you know people, tell people. We're trying to sell that thing out.
All right, Dan, run the socials back.
At Dan Dunk, hit me up on social. Let's chat. And
Let's
I'm
chat.
I'm the one over there on Twitter, so
Dan, you ain't no controversial takes on Twitter in a minute.
I need to get more active.
You gotta be the straw.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
better.
I had to look at my phone in a long time. Like, should I jump in and defend Dan? I had to do it in a long time.
There we go. Send your takes to Dan. See if he's brave enough to retweet them. Hashtag 4th and 10. See y'all next week.
Holla.
We already be looking for drama. If we try to get into it with us, then we gotta get them. Feeling free from the torture that could never be cured. No penicillin, I'm telling you, trick up in the still 'em. Got me swinging Chrissy and Hennessy bottles in the club. And my thug homies going for your skrilla. Don't get it twisted with that overnight celebrity. You better be scared of me in my city, I'm a killer. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. I ain't that rapper type of right, and I ain't that actor type of right. This off ain't in my script, I'm a player. You just a square. See, once that Hennessy into me, the whole industry is my enemy. And you ain't no kin to me, a friend to me. Don't pretend to be. See, I'm strictly for the thugs. I'm for the street and straight out the hood. My MO is ghetto and I don't even need